Yo YouTube, what's good? This is Say Soul here with another Druid gameplay video. Today we're going to be looking at the Pulverize build. If you saw my video before, you saw I was a shapeshifting werewolf based build, but I just kept getting more and more items to lead me down the path of the Pulverize build, and I am very happy with how it turned out. I'm sure every serious Druid player has been looking to see what build is going to work. They've been working towards a certain build. Maybe it's not hitting right. You feel like your character is getting weaker. This character build is definitely a very strong one in the 70 to 80 range. I only played it for a couple levels, but I'll just walk you through what's pretty crucial for this build to work. You definitely need this helm, Vasili's Prayer. Your Earth skills are now also Werebear skills and Fortify you. You need this for a number of reasons. The fortification's good because we have an affix that gives us fortification boost. I believe that's right here. Very important. And Earth skills now, Werebear skills. And then a very other important one is Pulverize is now an Earth skill. So while your Werebear skills are Earth skills, your Earth skills are now Werebear skills, Pulverize becomes an Earth skill too. So that is going to help with the talents that I'll show you in a bit. I've got lucky with Insatiable Fury. I've had 4 of these drop. This just happens to be the highest item power one that I have. So we're rocking that. We have these gloves with the Pulverize affix on it. We have the Barrier affix on the pants. This affix on the ring right here, 21% damage increase while you have a barrier active. That's going to work with our Earthen Bulwark ability as well as the pants. Boots, I like the ones with max evade charges. It's personal preference. Earth skills slow when they hit enemies, so doing this will help CC enemies and help you kite a little better. And just a really fat mace. Axes are also good too. Overpower damage, we rely on overpower damage a lot with this build, and it's just got some good stats on it. Pulverize creates a shockwave, that's going to be like our second most important affix, or our third, depending on the uniques that you have. And yeah, this is really good. This is going to kill ranged enemies from afar. I'm sure everyone, who's playing Druid and is this deep into the game has heard about it, or has seen this build, or has tried it out, or is thinking about trying it out. I played the Stormwolf a little bit, not the one with the tornadoes, but some other variation, and it wasn't doing it for me around this level, so I needed to think of something, and here we are. But this build is from Rage Gaming Videos. I'll leave the description, the link in the description here, once it's all posted and everything, but I'll go over the skill tree real quick. Not real quick, we'll just go over it. Earth Spike, this is now a Werebear skill too. Has a 10% chance to stun. And we get Fortify off of it. So this is a pretty good one for our basic attack, because now our Earth skills are also Werebear skills, so they synergize pretty well. I went this route over here. I want the Max Spirit, and I want this damage, or Pulverize damage, to be as much as possible. So we also have Wild Impulses. In the guide video that I will be referencing, they didn't go this. I don't think they went the 3 and 2 Abundance. I like the 3 and 2 Abundance because I find myself basic attacking a lot. But that's just me. Pulverize, of course. Enhanced Pulverize and Primal Pulverize. Only 1 point in the Earthen Bulwark. I know I got 3 from item contribution, but just 1 to be able to get Unstoppable, and also to get some Fortify to give us that damage boost from our affix. A little more tankiness going over here. 15% damage reduction after using a defensive skill. We're always using defensive skills. We're always using Earthen Bulwark for the Fortify. We're always using Debilitating Roar to Fortify as well. Fortify is going to give us more damage. Don't need to worry about the companion tree. We do want Crushing Earth skills. This is our Pulverize. So we can think of our Pulverize as an earth skill. 15% increase is slowed. So we have that affix on our boots that slows them. We have trample that stuns them. So this is going to work off of that CC. Stone Guard 3 out of 3 while you fortify for over 50% of your max life. Your earth skills deal 12% increased damage. So we're always fortifying, so this is pretty much up too. Just more damage is good. Mending, and then 3 out of 3 for provocation. Overpower every 20 seconds. Pretty good because we're always in werebear form due to the insatiable fury chest that we have. I only have 1 point in trample as well. It's not our main damage dealing ability. We're trying to put all the points into what's going to make our Pulverize do the most. So it's an earth skill, and our earth skills are werebear skills. 3 out of 3 natural disaster. 3 out of 3 defiance. Definitely want grizzly rage. Going all the way down there. And then earthen might. 5% chance to restore all of our spirit. So this is really important because we're going to be spamming Pulverize, and having that extra chance just to get full spirit back is huge. That's really the only drawback is the spirit control, which is probably the drawback for most of Druid builds. So I like to cushion it with, abundance and some other things. On the gear, you can see on my neck spirit cost reduction on there as well. And also have the Grizzly Rage affix on here too. It's not maxed out, but I'm working on getting those affixes maxed out. We're going to be doing a tier 45 Nightmare. Just to showcase the build a little bit. My boons that I'm taking: Wariness, reduced damage from elites, Scythe Talons, 5% crit, and Avian Wrath, critical strike damage. Again, I'm taking Energize just because 50% chance to restore 10 spirit, can't go wrong with it. You're using Pulverize and hitting so many enemies at once. Sometimes it just gives you another free Pulverize just because you hit, a lot of enemies from that alone. You could go Calamity too. You do want to be in your werebear, dire werebear form a lot. But I like spamming Pulverize whenever I can. So Energize. And this is what's going to help me get that ultimate CDR so I can have more uptime on it. Nature magic skills have up to a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown, so our Pulverize again is an earth skill. That's going to apply to nature magic. You could go this too, because every 20th kill will be an overpower. If you want a big fat overpower hit every 20 kills, which happens pretty often. I haven't used it, but I'm sure it's good. And if you want to be a little more tanky, of course you can go masochistic. For the Paragon tree, you have the baseboard. Where you're going to use, what is this one? Exploit. So we're going to have vulnerability to our enemies. This is huge. It's just, one hit from a shockwave is going to make them vulnerable. The next one's going to, destroy them. So this is a pretty good one to have. The next one you're going to take is Ancestral Guidance. Go over here. Put the werebear glyph over here. And this will be all in the video I'll leave in the description. Make sure to check it out if you're interested. This is just to let you know where I'm at with the werewolf, or excuse me, the werebear build. I had to drop the werewolf, it just doesn't working out. But maybe we'll go back to it. I'm still working on getting pieces. I just got the Tempest Roar Helm. It's only a 730 item power, so we'll see. That was really what was holding me back from the Stormwolf build, but this is also, really fun, and I'm enjoying it a lot. What do we got here? We have Fang and Claw. I upgraded this in the past because I was a shapeshifting build mostly, going back in between werewolf and werebear. So I just had this. It fulfills the 40 willpower. So I just put that one there. Survival Instincts was a legendary node. It's good for single target. And then what I'm working on now is Earthern Devastation. Crowd control. You could probably put this over here too if you're just looking to clear dungeons really quick. Again, a lot of this is preference, but I'll leave a link in the description for the guide. So we are going to use this, which one was it? This Nightmare tier. The only thing that will hurt us a little bit is range defenders. So when our shockwave travels, 60% less damage to them. But I didn't want to go super easy mode for the video, so I wanted to showcase, a little bit of a challenge. This will be my first tier 45. The highest I've done solo was 43. So we'll see how this turns out. I'll probably die right away, but that's usually what happens all the time. And then I'll pick up from there, learn from my mistakes, and do a better job. So as you can see right now, I got no spirit. This build drains your spirit. I forgot to show you for trample too. You want to go that savage trample for the spirit generation. You kind of want to just be using it to break CC and to give you a little bit more spirit. Our basic attack's really good just because it hits from a range, so when you're kiting, you can go like that and just blow enemies up. I forgot to make another incense. I hadn't been buffing for the Nightmare tiers before this. Just because I kind of wanted to stay level 80 and upgrade my glyphs a little bit. But for the sake of clearing this, we'll do our Dex Incense. And I want to do one that's going to give us spirit cost. Here we go. Increases maximum resource by 50. That's a pretty good one. We can also go with the crit. We'll go with the crit. Just go complete offense. So sometimes I'll just trample just like that, just to get some spirit back. I always want to go into these fights with full spirit. And make sure these things are hitting hard.
I need more time.
It's all about just kiting, bunching them up, and then blowing them down. You can see the distant damage is really kicking in. But you can sweet spot Pulverize, so you can get the initial slam and the shockwave hit. You kind of see two of those big numbers pop up on someone that's just like a couple feet away. So that's what we're going to be going for mostly, just because we have the 60% reduced damage on the Nightmare tier affix. So we will be doing all we can to do maximum damage here. And being smart, weaving in and out. You can see the spirit proccing randomly. It's pretty RNG based for you to be able to pop off. So now I'm completely drained of spirit, so I have to be cognizant of that. I'm just going to trample just to get some more, auto to get it back, and then we're going to get our Earthen Bulwark fortified. And then Grizzly Rage, give us a fortify or barrier and try to just make this die as hard as we can. Basically, you want to be using your defenses on CD just to have that fortify. Single target is where explode falls kind of short, but also doing a very high here. That was a big hit. Oh, the best shrine for this build. Just spamming this. I'll go back to the gear again at the end and I'll show you exactly what I'm wearing. If people want to do some numbers, you can reference the board that I was using for the Paragon board. See where I've allocated all the points. I have all my renown done, so I have all those points. I always want to take out those guys first. Bulwark, auto, double tap, sweet spot. Take advantage of your trample. Hit people in the walls whenever you can. Just good CC. Oh, I got stuck there. And that's why I like a bunch of dashes. I don't know if I had trample up there or what, but I probably could have got out of that.
I need time to do that. I need time.
Yeah, see, that hit was almost 400k, probably over. Strike. See how much more damage we're doing when we just Earthen Bulwark right before? That's because of that Fortify bonus and the barrier bonus. So we have the barrier bonus going right now. See how we just melted that guy? Full health, full fortification. So you want to try to keep your resource, we'll use the Fortify and the barrier as a resource. You want to try to keep that maxed up all the time. So I got max Fortify and barrier now, and that's why I'm able to just kind of stomp through here. I'm getting good RNG on my shockwave. You can see the spear going up. And then this is where it gets a little dicey when you're kind of all out of spirit, so you just want to kite, keep defenses up. You just hope you get a nice Earthen Might prop. Just like that. I was done. I thought I was going to get enough spirit off of that to be able to start pulverizing, but I didn't. So now we're in a little bit of a pickle here. Got a barrier and fortify and almost one-shot it. So as you can see how much I dodge, and it's just to reposition myself. I did that a lot with my werewolf build too. It's the same concept. I want to be able to angle the shockwave, hit as many people as I can to be able to get procs of the Earthen Might, or Earthen Devastation, whatever it's called. What's this ability called? Earthen Might.
I need more time.
So we can get more spirit. Spirit is always a problem, it seems, with the Druid builds. So that's why I like to cater towards just having that at all times. Because not having it feels really bad, especially if you're relying on one ability. So always line them up, get more chances.
I'm not ready yet.
And like little enemies like this, you might as well just auto attack them down, trample them, get full spirit, going into the next one. And I have the lowest affix chance on the boots. So it's not even slowing them as much when it hits them. But you know, if I have like a double slow after this, you know, I can kite him for a really good time. Oh shit. I was gonna go on a spiel, but time to game up.
Time to do
Holy shit! Oh man, this is gonna be so difficult.
I need time to do that.
Dude. A butcher 1v1 feels damn near impossible though. Especially with the affix. Nope, that was gonna happen. Oh, and I'm almost broken, not good. Well, we got butchered, and that's unfortunate. It is very unlikely you can survive a butcher invade, which kind of sucks, but it's just that resource regeneration. You don't have too much of it, and you can't really afford to do that against a butcher.
I'm not ready yet.
Basic attack against him. Nothing's broken yet, right? Nah, we can get through this. But yeah, it is a challenging tier. I imagine that level 50 is going to be pretty difficult. But I'm going to upgrade more of my werebear glyph. It's only level 10 right now. There's a lot of willpower to be acquired through there. It's going to give me a lot more damage. Yeah, this is definitely meant for just, I know I'm not doing crazy amounts of damage, but it's definitely meant to just pummel through big packs of enemies. A single target, you know, every boss usually at the end of these dungeons is a joke, so you can get away with it, but things like, you know, maybe Lilith in the latest capstone dungeon, or the Butcher, as you saw, it's kind of hard to manage, but the damage is good. It's really fun. It's easy to clear enemies. Sometimes you just get really lucky with overpower hits and crits. But yeah, I didn't want to make it too easy, but imagine 60% extra damage to all those range targets. Yeah, sometimes you just blast through waves. Definitely a fun build to do with a person, another person, or a party. Especially with a lot of CC. My buddy and I do Sork and Druid, and he teleports in, pulls all the enemies, and I just go in and basically we just one-shot everything. It's pretty fun.
I'm not ready yet.
But that was it. Couldn't kill the Butcher, but yeah, it's definitely doable at a level 45 with a disadvantage on the affix. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Peace.